Hello and welcome back. Today's video is going to be a products I've hit pan on video. I love watching these type of videos. They are so much fun to watch. So I just thought I would show you some of the products in my collection that have pan on them. If you are interested, I have a whole project pan playlist and pan that palette playlist. So I'm not going to be showing you my pan that palette in this, but you can watch that playlist if you're interested in seeing that. This is definitely not everything in my collection that has pan, but these are some of the more recent pans, and I actually have a whole products I've hit pan on playlist because I've been doing this video about every 5 or 6 months since I started my channel 2.5 years ago. So you can watch that if you're interested as well, and let's get into it. Let me start with this little ABH brow powder, and I actually do really like this, but lately I have been reaching more for eyeshadow to fill in my eyebrows, and then I set that with a brow gel. This color is medium brown though, so yeah, I have hit pan there. I do really like this. This lighter shade is a bit too light for my brows, so I kind of, you can tell I'm more on the darker side, but I would get a little bit of this in there. Yeah, I actually do really like this, but with so many dark brown eyeshadows in my collection, I don't know that I actually need this. Alrighty, here's a highlighter. This is Practk Pop. I do like this one, but I had this in a project pan where I was trying to hit pan on it, and obviously I did. I got a little sick of it, to be honest. It is a very yellow gold, and I do prefer more of a champagne color on an everyday basis, so I don't reach for this as much since I had it in that project, but I really do like the Becca formula. It is more of a subtle type formula, but yeah, this is a really beautiful light gold highlighter. Then we have a blush. This is one of my favorite blushes in my collection. I did recently rank all my blush if you're interested in seeing that. I will link my ranking makeup playlist in the description box. This is Too Faced Baby Love. I don't have a huge pan on this, but this took a really long time. This is one of my older blushes. I've had it for over 3 years and I've used it a lot. It is really pigmented, so it takes a long time to hit pan on this, but this is a really beautiful neutral color and I love it. Let's talk about an eyeshadow palette, the Sultry palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. I love it, love it, love it. This one has several pans in it, as you can tell. I really enjoy this one. I do want to get more use out of it because it is one of my favorite palettes and it is, you know, more high end. Rose Quartz, I've hit pan on that one, and that is one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. And then I also hit pan on Fresh here, and also this matte brown Birch. Gorgeous palette, one of my favorites ever. And then we have my Hourglass Ghost palette. This is so good. I really do like this. I reviewed it when it came out last year. It's $80 though, so it's expensive. I wanted to be sure I'm getting my money's worth out of it. And I have hit pan on 2 of these here. This is in my year-long project pan, finished 10 in 2020. And my goal was to hit pan on 3 different colors in here. So I haven't been using these as much. I do really like the blushes. The bronzer in this is not my favorite, but the ones that I hit pan on, this is Dim Light and that is Diffuse Light, which are permanent, you know, powders in the Hourglass line. And I actually had Dim Light in the Ambient Lighting palette, the one with the 3 shades, and I completely finished that. I love it so much. And yeah, this, I love the Hourglass formula. I love their powders. It's expensive, but I do feel like I'm getting my money's worth. Let's talk about 2 more Anastasia palettes. The Soft Glam. This is one of my older-ish palettes, and I really do still love it. This one has several pans in it. I've had it for a few years, and I really do like this one. I love these pink shades here, the gold, the matte browns. This is just a good palette, and I still enjoy it, even though I've had it for a while, and I really do like the Anastasia formula. Now this one, this is the original Noir Vina. I think this is my favorite out of the 3 I own, and this is the one I'm wearing today. This is amazing. I have pan on here, here, and here, and the color I'm wearing on my lid today is rose gold, which I have a big dip going in there. Maybe I'll hit pan soon. I love this color. It's one of my favorites in this whole palette. Yeah, this one is amazing, and I do really like the colors in here. I think it's my favorite out of the 3, and yeah, it is so fantastic. All right, this one's a spoiler for my pie project pan. I don't know if that's going to be up yet at this point. It might not be. So Urban Decay Naked Reloaded. If you were watching that one, I have been trying to hit pan on Endgame, and I was using this in my eyebrows, and I finally did it. So that is exciting. Urban Decay takes a long time to hit pan. If you've ever tried to hit pan on their eyeshadows, they are so dense and tightly packed. You know, Anastasia, it's more soft and powdery. It's much faster to hit pan on those. This took months and months of use, and it's still a pretty small pan, but I do really enjoy this Urban Decay palette quite a bit. Speaking of hard to hit pan on, Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. I did hit pan on the highlighter side of this, and it took months and months. There's a lot of product in here. It is very densely packed. It is gorgeous. I do like the bronzer, but I don't use it as much. But yeah, this highlighter is a beautiful champagne color, and I'm really happy to have hit pan on this. I want to get my money's worth of it because this is expensive. This is $68. You know, part of it, obviously, you're paying for this luxurious packaging and the name, but I do really enjoy this. Some more new pan. This is the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. It says it's a bronzer, but I use this as setting powder or to brighten my under eyes. It has a slight sheen to it. I do really like this though. This is really powdery, so I will say once I started working on it, it didn't take that long to hit pan, but I do enjoy this product quite a bit, and I feel like I can do, you know, multitask it quite a bit, and it's great. Alrighty, and last up is this Marc Jacobs bronzer. This one took a long time to hit pan. This is a giant bronzer. There is so much product in here. There's 0.8 ounces, which is over twice the size of your average bronzer. So, I mean, it took me like over a year to hit pan on this, but I do love it. It is one of my favorite bronzers, and I did recently rank my bronzers as well. Yeah, this is so expensive though, $50. Therefore, I'm glad that I hit pan because I want to get my money's worth, especially out of these really high-end products, but this is definitely a favorite. Alrighty, that is it for this video. Like I said, I do love watching these, and I have a whole project pan playlist and also products I've hit pan on playlist. That is it. Thank you so much for watching.